Good evening, good evening, good evening, you beautiful people. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back in my spot. You. Um, Not on time, but I'm back in my spot. Check it out. Look at my little squishmallow. I always call these pillow pets. That's the wrong word, but that's what was popular when I was a kid, so whatever. Um, yeah, welcome. Hi everybody. Um, Great to see you. Thanks for hanging in there with me. You know how it is. I just suck and I'm struggling. So here we are. But um I was in the middle of recording a video yesterday and I was talking about just some of the things that like my parents taught me like when I was growing up, that helped round me into this wonderful, amazing human that you all know and love. You're welcome. But um yeah, I started like recording this video in the kitchen because I was like, oh my god, you guys, I'm here. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. I'm here, but I suck and whatever, blah blah blah. And then I realized that I forgot to write down all of my um notes. Oh my god, I got notes. um all of my notes and everything like that. For my questions that I asked that I was like, oh my god, I could just loop this in. I could loop this in and we could talk about it all together, right? So the question that I had laid out, I think it was last week. I want to say last week. Oh my god, seriously, I cannot get over how freaking hot mess I am. I'm sorry, everybody. I am attractive sometimes. This is not one of those times. But so the question that I asked my people is that when you were younger, your parents, guardians, whoever, did anybody convince you of something that was just an absolute law? Like your parents, did they convince you that something was like an absolute law? And then you grew up and you just realized that you would like have been gaslit your whole life. Because yeah, that's all parenting is apparently. You're just gaslighting the kid into just hoping for the best. You know what I mean? But an overwhelming majority of people told like, the most biggest thing, that they were convinced that was like absolutely a law when they were a kid. And then now they realize like these people were full of shit. Sorry, mom and dad. Um but the main thing that people responded, 7 people, I don't know how many people responded, I forgot to count that, but 7 people all responded that, turning the light on inside the car at any point when you were driving, that, it was like illegal or you're gonna blind the driver and everybody's gonna die and like it's a whole big situation. And now people are over here like freaking doing whole ass shits with all their lights on, and it's like no, not a problem. You got Uber drivers over here freaking disco balling and party lights and all this shit. Like, come on. But that does kind of make me question and think like, what could it have been? Could it have been a law like back then when our parents were growing up? You know what I mean? Oh my god, seriously, I'm like literally cannot stop looking at it. But like, could it have been a law? You know what I'm saying? Like, if all of us had this same childhood and all of us had this same thing that like our parents absolutely convinced us like, bro, do not do this, it is literally against the fucking law, do not turn the lights on. Was it at one point against the law to turn your inside light on? These are questions I have that I have. I might not ever find an answer, but if you have an answer, you let me know. Okay, that was like the main thing, the main answer, the main response. But so this kind of like conversation came because yesterday I got home from grocery shopping, and normally when I grocery shop, I like put all my groceries away. Obviously, it sucks, but that's like what you got to do. But I was kind of talking about how when I was younger, my mom would go to Sam's Club and buy like the muffins, like those giant packs of muffins. If you know, you know. And she would like cut them up and like put them in little bags, and then like separate them all for us. And so like it was just like preparing, for life and like setting yourself up for success basically. And so another thing that she would do is she would always buy like a bunch of meats and then break down the meats in different like bags and then freeze them up, and then we just, pull the chicken out of the freezer, throughout the week and however like that. But so that's something that I still do. That's something that I still do when I go grocery shopping. I buy meat in bulk, and I will split those meat packages up in different freezer bags and then freeze them all. And then throughout the week, just pull it out in the morning and make the meal in the afternoon. And I will tell you that the only reason that I can actually remember to take my meat out in the morning is because I have a reminder set on my phone, and I literally have a reminder for like every single thing that I do because I don't know what's going on up here, but it's not remembering things that I have to do. So I have a reminder set for everything. So I literally have a reminder set for things that I do every single day. Not proud of that, but don't forget it. So, and take out meat is one of those things I have to do every day. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking like there's little things here and there that like my parents definitely did that I was like very questionable. Like why? But also we're so helpful. Like these things, like, oh my God, I'm so well rounded. I'm such a good person and human and worker and partner and friend. You know what I mean? And that's thanks to them. Props to you, mom and dad. I love you. But so, um, a couple of the other things that I dealt with as a child that I was gaslit about, mom and dad. One of them was that like your car won't function if you have less than a quarter tank of gas. Like I know that you have until E, but like no, that's gonna mess up your car and mess up your engine. And so you couldn't catch us getting caught out without gas. I'm gonna tell you that. If our gas light's on, it's a dire situation because we don't be doing that. Well, another big one is that you have to clean your house in entirety before you are able to like go out and enjoy yourself. And I know that I've talked a little bit about that before. But I don't know. I definitely still I don't want to say that I don't go out and enjoy myself if the house is not clean, but I do feel like more enjoyment when I'm going out knowing that the house is clean and knowing that like I don't have to worry about anything when I get back. You know what I mean? Like when I'm done having fun and then I'm like, woo, yay, and I gotta sit in a clean house. So I think that that's like the more enjoyable part, and that's more of the reason why I want to go and like clean my house and do those things and do those chores before I go out and have fun, because it just is more of like a reward. You know what I mean? Versus like, yeah, you go out and have fun and now you get to come home and your fucking bathroom's all nasty and your kitchen's full of dirty dishes and your floors are a mess and like all the dog poop's got to be still be picked up. You know what I mean? Like it was a good habit to burn into us, but it still kind of sucked as a kid. Because like at one point we just learned like do not ask to do anything, get your asses up, and we're all cleaning because there was three of us, me and my sister, so it was three of us. So it was like everybody get up and do something and go and clean some shit, and so we can go have fun this weekend, you know. And then the last one that I've never talked about on here, I've talked about on my TikTok, I believe, before, but like this one's for you, Papa. If you're watching this, I know it was not true. I know this was not true. But when I was younger and I was sick and we were taking medicine, taking NyQuil, because NyQuil is like pretty much the only thing that there was back then, really. And we take the little cap full of NyQuil and you're like, it tastes so nasty, and you're crying. And he would not let us like drink the medicine away, like the flavor away. He would make us let us have like a little sip, like the equivalent of the medicine was the only total amount of like water that we were able to have for the rest of the night, like after we took medicine. And like he told us that if we drank water, the medicine would not work. And I'm after learning physiology and how the body actually works and processes things, that's not true. That ain't true. so, so yeah, so It's unfortunately still a habit now that I'm older that I do not drink water when I'm done like drinking my medicine. Even my pill medicine, I like won't drink water because I'm nervous. So whack. Like so whack. So whack. So yeah, yeah, that was some of my fun ones. I had a couple other people, so these ones are gonna be other people's submissions, but the other ones that I've said so far are ones that I have personally had as a young lassie. And my sister also as well. So those are ours. um One person said, this is from my friend N. What's up, girl? If you opened the car door while you were inside it and the alarm was set, the alarm would go off and the police would come. And that seems like a safety thing. Like if her parents were like, y'all are little shits, you need to stay in the car, and then lock them in the car and like, listen, if y'all open this door, the alarm is gonna go off and the cops are gonna come. So you don't even try it, kids. Don't even try that shit. And I will actually tell you that that is true because that happened to me like a year or two ago, maybe. I don't remember what happened. I think I was on my lunch break or something. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I was like, I had locked my car. I was sitting in it. I went to get out and I turned the alarm on myself, and it was so embarrassing. Like, how are you gonna freaking set the alarm off on yourself? That's so whack. What the fuck? But so I can see that as like a safety thing, as like a parent. You know what I mean? Like you cannot unlock this door because then the kids are out running the streets, getting killed by cars and fucking kidnapped and shit. Um, I would have fell for it. I ain't gonna lie. But this is off topic. But one time I went to work with my dad, and he had like a little van, a little working van, because he was a carpenter, and I'll never forget this. We're sitting at a stoplight and the door is locked. And I was like, oh, the door's locked. Let me try to unlock the door. And I tried the handle and the freaking door just swung right open. And my dad's like, what are you doing, man? And I was like, I don't know. And so I had to explain to him I'm just dumb. And I was like, I just want to see if it was still open. If the door was locked. It did, so that's not very safe, but whatever. That's why they have child lock for the back seats. Obviously, this was not that situation because I was in the front seat of a working van. The back seat was just carpet and tools and dirt, so there was not a lot of that. But not neither here nor there. Another one was that we couldn't call our sisters names or hit them. This one's from my sister. That's true. Be nice to me. And even back then, yeah, my parents were like, do not call your sister name. Do not hit your sisters. And so, when they were like, turn away, you're like, shut up. So, shout out, sister. This one, these next two are from my friend F. What's up, F? 11 years of schooling to work with people with GEDs making twice as much as me. I think that a lot of us were lied to and gaslit as young people and just told that if we go and get in this absurd amount of debt and spend all this stupid fucking time going to school and wasting our fucking lives learning, oh my god, no way. Oh, I don't know if it kept going because it said it had a low battery, but hopefully it kept recording. But learning or whatever, that things were going to be great. And now here we are. Look at me. Trying to get my channel started. Trying to get my channel off the ground. Love it. This next one I can definitely relate to, even though I'm not quite from the same denomination. But they said Catholic guilt kept him from a lot. And in general, they wish they didn't listen to their parents. I think that I can definitely relate to religious guilt because I was not raised in the Catholic Church. I was raised in a non-denominational Christian church, so it was basically just like generic Christian with nothing like specific, like evangelicals or like I don't know many theology things, so just be nice to me, all those other ones. So it was just non-denominational, like basic Christian. But so for I feel like I don't let that hold me back now, per se, but I do feel like I did not have a lot of experiences because of not only the guilt that I had from the religion, but also just like the fear of God, basically. Literally, truly, like the fear of God in my life. And so, like, I think that I can relate. I think now that I don't like let myself be held back by those like stipulations. So I go out and enjoy myself and do what I want to do. But I am also a 31-year-old adult, so I can make those choices for myself. Um, but I don't know. That's definitely something that we used to talk about a lot at one of my previous jobs that we had. That it's like, what? Why do you think like that? Oh, just all this Catholic guilt. And I was like, bro, I like 100% relate to that. I have Catholic guilt, and I ain't even Catholic. Like I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And like I feel like being raised in the church, you are definitely very, very, very um tunnel vision set in the way of the church. And like, geez, hopefully that wasn't too bad of a sound. Sorry, y'all. um I kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, lost my train of thought. Moving on. This one is from someone with the initial A, and I'm gonna give preface on this because I'm a little bit confused by this one. I don't know if they're just like trying to fuck with me or what, or if this is like a real song or a game or what. I don't really know. Um, but this person is from Alaska, to my knowledge, so I know that Canada is close to Alaska. So this is what they wrote. They said that love roller coaster couldn't be played at border checkpoints. So border checkpoints, I think Mexico because that's where I'm close to, but Canada border checkpoint, United States, and like love roller coaster. I'm guessing it's a song. I don't know. I don't know, but it might not be true. So play love roller coaster, baby. Play it. Play it. But I don't know. All that to say that like it's interesting to to think about like these little quirks and qualms and stuff like that we had to deal with growing up, but like think about that as like society, in general, like that this paper started having value over our work and like our assets and things like that. You know what I mean? Oh my god, like why is my forehead red? I got a big old pimple or something. It's like a hive, maybe. Oh my god, the whole time. I've been seeing it, but I've been trying to ignore it. Um but I don't know, like I said, my mom and dad raised one hell of a lady because not quite ladylike right now. But I don't know. I'm super grateful. I'm thankful. Some of the things a little questionable, but that's okay. I feel like this whole world's questionable at this point. And there's just like so much crap going on in this world right now. Like it's so freaking wild. Like I definitely like don't want this page to be like political or like current events by any means necessary, but like bro, if anybody did see that movie like Leave the World Behind on Netflix, like bruh, I've been saying since I've seen it back in January. I think it was in January, maybe December. One of those 2 months, I don't remember. That like all it is it's just like a blueprint, and like basically it's just to desensitize us. You know what I mean? Like with the boat crashing on the beach and like all the Teslas going out and the cell service and all this shit, and like the cell service just went out a couple weeks ago in Texas and a bunch across the states. That giant tanker just hit that bridge in where's that, Baltimore or something like that yesterday. Literally last night, today, some shit like that. Like all of this shit is just really happening and playing out in real time, and like all these movies that they've made us watch and all these new movies and all this crap, like it's just a warning. So yeah, I don't know. It's just very scary and very surreal. And like, especially with like that fear of God, being raised in the church and everything like that, a lot of the things that they tell us in the last book of the Bible are happening. And so it's like, what? I don't I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this world. So my message to y'all is to just live your best life and love the people that are in your life and around you, and make good choices for yourself and try to set yourself up the best you can for your own success, and be happy. And I think that's about all I got, because this video is kind of long. It's already 20 minutes and some change. But I'm thinking of y'all. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. If you want to leave me a comment and let me know that you love this video and my giant hive in the middle of my forehead, you let me know. Or of my ugly hair. But yeah, no, seriously, please comment, please like it, please share it if you want to share it. I don't know, maybe not this video. Go share another better video. But yeah, please leave a comment. Respond to me on my Instagram stories. Write to me on my TikTok. Like, come on, let me know. Follow me. Love y'all.